It's just so nice to have all of you here, and thank you for joining me. Um, I I guess for starters, the reason we started doing these lives every month is when I got sick. I thought, people have been so helpful, and just a second, let me tell Zeno that yes, I got his keywords, and I will let him know that. Okay, we are good. All right. So they're different than I had chosen. So I'm glad he let me know. We'll be on the same page when we get to that. Um, Joanne is here. A thank you, thumbs up do help the channel. They always help anyone you're watching on YouTube if they're not an AI bot and they don't care. Well, us real people, thumbs up really do help us out because it lets YouTube know you're interested, and it means that the person doing the creating will be noticed by YouTube and they'll help us reach more people. That's how it works. That's how they play the game. So we do too. Lorraine is here. Robin is here. I'm sure I've missed some. Deborah Robinson's here. I'm sure I've missed some people. Tony's here. Hello, Tony. But it's just wonderful to have you all. And so we started these lives because I felt like I needed to update you on how things were going with me. And also, honestly, they turned out to be really fun for me. I get to talk with all of you. We get to have a nice chat. We get to sell some things, give away some things, and talk about what's happening. And I really enjoy it. And I got a card. Venus is here. Tiffany is here. Hello there. I know I'm missing other people, and I'm sorry for that. But I got a card from Connie, who's here actually, and she says, I just remembered the first card I sent you was a year ago when you were heading to Mexico. And that's right, I was in Mexico a year ago. And who would have imagined all that has happened in the past year? I'm grateful you were able to make that trip, and also grateful you received the care you needed this year. And thank you so much. I sure am too. It has been a big old roller coaster, but and here she says, I hope you will continue the monthly live chats and sales. And the reason I wanted to read that is because, yes, Zeno and I have been talking, and we are really liking the format, the number of videos we're doing, that we're doing a little bit like tonight. We did a premiere on the Shorts channel. So it was a 12-minute video, because sometimes you go to some place, the sale I went to, it was interesting, it was fun, but it was just a bunch of people having a sale next to a house. So it wasn't big enough to be a full-on huge video, but it was interesting enough to show you all. So we're going to keep doing what we've been doing, and we're going to keep having a live get-together like this every month. Because I'm really enjoying it, and it seems like you folks are too. So you make popcorn, that's great. And Zeno is out there. He is lurking and watching, and will help us out later with the giveaways. So first, let's talk about the health situation. And I'm going to move a little closer to, there we go. I'll move a little closer to the camera there so I'm in frame a little better. The health situation, I had my last treatment about a month ago. The labs look good. Most things have gotten back into the normal range. There's 3 that are close, but they're not quite there yet. But I also had just had the last treatment. So they did a follow-up and they did a PET scan, and I just got the results about 10 minutes before this started. And it looks pretty good. The spot they saw on my lung, which was not something I was being treated for, has gotten smaller, and they describe it as ground glass, which I said, what is that? That sounds terrible. And they said, no, it actually means it's sort of a gelatinous thing. It's probably a minor infection. It's getting smaller. It seems to be healing, and that they're not concerned about it. But I will be having follow-ups. I will be coming back to Washington several times next year to have follow-ups. But I am going to be cleared to start traveling again, which is wonderful news. And so a week ago tomorrow, they actually took the port out because they're not going to give me any more infusions, which is wonderful news. And so the port is gone. There is an incision here, which is a little bit sore still, and I have a lifting restriction. I can't lift anything more than 10 pounds. So most of the things we'll be selling tonight are rather light and smallish, and that's a good thing for me and probably for you folks on the other end too. And I will have to wait until I heal to be able to pack and then start heading towards the south, because I do intend to have my comeback shows be this February in Florida. So first of all, well, Thanksgiving, and yes, Thanksgiving greetings to you all. And Thanksgiving, it always has been, well, I shouldn't say always, but as an adult, Thanksgiving has been my favorite holiday. And it's a time to express gratitude and think about all the blessings we have. And this year, boy, do I have a lot. I ended up with really good doctors who were very honest with me and very helpful to me. I had all of the support of all of you folks. It has just been overwhelming, and it really lifted my spirits. And um, also, some of you folks, well, thoughts and prayers and all of that, and just all that energy, and knowing you are out there and being able to continue to do things like this with you has just really given me things to look forward to. And I'm just so grateful for all of you and for that. I also am very thankful and appreciative to those of you who donated to the GoFundMe that was done by my caretakers on my behalf. Not having that level of extra stress of trying to figure out how to support myself during this time. It is rather surprising how expensive certain things like supplements and some of that are, and co-pays and increased bills and all of that. It was a godsend, and I'm very grateful to that. And I can happily announce that the GoFundMe, the caretakers are going to be shutting it down now, because we got the word back that everything is good. And so I am very appreciative. And now I want to encourage those of you who, some of you have been doing a monthly, find someone else who needs it and help somebody who you can help in that way, because I know from my experience how incredibly amazing it was, and I am going to pay it forward by making a few donations of my own. So with that, I want to I want to I like something that makes something final. And I feel that the PET scan showed that um, most things are gone, and that other than they're going to monitor that thing with the lung, but they don't think it's anything. They did say that the dye went into my brain a little bit. I certainly don't think that I have brain cancer, but they said that they always, whenever the dye shows up anywhere, they'll just monitor that. But they think that I am pretty much going to be back to normal. I've got to tell you, I and Lisa, I see you there. One thing I will say, a whole lot of people um, who bravely never mentioned that they'd gone through cancer came out and said to me, "Hey, by the way, I've been through this too." And that was really helpful. It really helped to know people who'd been through these things and said, "Hey, I got to the other side and you can too." One of our viewers is 94, and she started treatments about halfway through when I was there, and she was very concerned because of her advanced age. And so far, they've gone really well. It's amazing how much better, how much more targeted. They use less chemo. They really can do a lot now. So that was so great. I have a big one when something is done, especially if it's something that was not the most fabulous event in my life, to do something as a ritual to mark the end of it and to send it away and let it go. And that is why I am going to now cut up my handicap parking permit, because I don't need it anymore. And I want this to go so that people who need handicap parking have access to it. And I get to say goodbye to this, and I'm very fortunate in that. So there's my little ritual for you. I just like to do something that says, this is done and we get to move on. And so there we are. Um, Anyhow, I'm just, again, so thankful to all of you and all the support. And now let's have some fun. Um, we're gonna um, we're gonna talk a little bit about what's going on and what's going to happen next. I am finding that I have to rebuild my strength a little bit. The lymphatic massage I've been getting, they said, well, you're lucky because you didn't have a lot of atrophy. And I really want to credit my nutritionist and the acupuncturist and the lymphatic massage. They really helped stimulate things, get things working again, and help me keep that. But I definitely am not in the shape I was a year ago when I was lifting heavy boxes. And so I'm going to, once the weight restriction is over, my housemate has started doing Tai Chi, and I am going to be doing it with her because I've got to do some stuff to get back in a little better shape so that I can come around and do shows and appraisal fairs and heft stuff and do all those things that I like to do. So that is going to be, and I see the 1,000 hearts. Thank you. That's very nice. And lots of praise, and that's wonderful. I still think you should get a tattoo. I I don't know what tattoo I would get. I I always wanted to have big chest muscles, which I don't have, so maybe I could get some shadows tattooed so it'll look like I do. Anyhow, steady and slow, and you will get there. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And that is absolutely the way that I'm going to take it. And so I'm not going to be rushing right back into doing everything. I'm going to, um, I'm going to plan for my first comeback show to be February, the first weekend at West Palm Beach in Florida. I've talked with the promoter. They have a space for me. I'm not sure what the number is yet, but I am planning on being there. And did I get to ring the bell? Yes, I sure did. I got to ring the bell, and that was really fun. I watched that. I didn't know about the ringing the bell. If you go through your infusions and you get done with it, they on your after your last infusion, you get up and you ring a bell, and that lets everybody know, and everybody applauds, which is really sweet. I got to see someone go through theirs after about my second or third time, and I got to see someone ring the bell, and that's when I learned about that ritual, and it's great. Um, so anyhow, yes, Tai Chi seems really great. I've done a little bit of it so far, and it really, so far, so good. It's been really helpful. Um, I can't do it now because it's a lot. A lot of it is arms over the head, and until my incision heals a little more, I'm not quite there, but we'll get there. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about a couple of things that people were very kind to send along. It won't be a long one like it's been in the past months, but I got a wonderful card from Naomi, and it's a Victorian boot, and I just thought that was really cool. And she also sent along one little lot for our giveaways tonight. So one of the giveaways, we're going to do 4 instead of 3 because one of them is from her. She gave us a nice little lot of jewelry that we will be giving away later. Um, and yes, Stephanie, my housemate, has done a ton for me, and I'm very grateful to her. She and Bo, the poodle you saw in a few of the pictures, have been great companions, and she's taken me to all my appointments when I couldn't go on my own, and cooked and made sure we had the right food in the house. And I tried to be as good a patient as possible. Um, let's see. I did get a couple of things, and a couple of them I'm actually wearing. Um, this shirt, which I'm going to take off because it's kind of warm in here, but it's a lovely flannel shirt. And this one came from Lena Ray, and as well as the shirt I'm wearing underneath of it, which she remembered it had been a year since I was in Mexico too. So she sent this, which is a wonderful shirt to remind me that I get to get back there at some point, and it's got the eagle and the whole thing, and that's cool. And then the overshirt is actually this brand here called Nomad. So I thought that was really cool. She said, yes, this I'm sending you a shirt because it had your name on it, but don't let it go to your head. So I'll try not to. But that was very nice. And then from Carol Sue Pope, a wonderful muffler, which I won't wear for long, but wow, this is great. This is, you can tell she's a Michigander because this thing is about a mile long. And I will be traveling through the Rocky Mountains, probably the southern tier, once I get there, but this will definitely be used. And she also sent along, which was so nice of her, because she's an Avon representative, and I mentioned she sent a few other little things too, but I wanted to show these because she mentioned that, or I mentioned that my hair is kind of brittle and dry now, and she sent Damage Care shampoo and treatment, which is great. So I'm going to start using those and probably get a trim so that some of these dry ends can go away. And she sent some other cream and stuff for me to try to rejuvenate because chemo is pretty drying. So that was just really, really nice and very thoughtful. And yes, I like the beatnik look. So those were really nice. And I did want to go back to a couple of things. Last month, people had sent some things and I was in such a hurry. I showed this, but the Bob Ross quote cards, I didn't realize until I opened it afterwards. They have postcards with him on it with some of his inspirational sayings, which I think is really great. And the one that I have to remember every day is, whatever it is, this is not something you should labor over or worry about. Enjoy it. And this is a good message for life. So I just wanted to show that again because I went by it so quickly that I kind of missed that. Carol Sue did send a few other things that are really cool. I love these metal dice. They're really heavy. I think there's some sort of a copper bronze alloy or something. And she sent a few pieces of costume jewelry, and I haven't been putting a lot of costume jewelry out for sale because I've been holding on to it for upcoming shows and stuff, but I'll show, she sent some neat pieces. I think this is interesting with the enameling underneath the silver tone. That really jumps out. I like that. This is a neat looking piece. These have a modernist feel for sure. Michigan copper. Ah, interesting. That's what that was. Okay. So yeah, the dice are copper, and I have a friend who lives up in Copper River in Michigan. So, and then she sent this pair of earrings, which I think are really good looking. They have sort of a color, a coral color. They look like something from the 90s. They look sort of like the kind of jewelry I was showing. I think I was showing my members a few months ago in our chat that Elizabeth Taylor wore. And whenever I see something that's substantial like that, I know it's good quality. This is a neat black and silver pin. And then a nice, a nice round multicolored. And this little one with the asymmetric flower from the 60s. So very, very kind. And thank you so much. It's been really fun to have little gifts and cards and things to open. It's definitely, all of you have really kept me great company through this, and I'm just so glad. Those are Jose Barrera for Avon. Oh, very nice. That is great to know. Jose Barrera is a good designer. I have one other piece by him, so thank you. That's kind of a special thing. I did not know they were, and I think I'll show them again now that you've told me this, because for those folks who think that Avon just made junk costume jewelry, well, no, they actually have some really good designs made for them, and Jose Barrera is one of the more collectible designers. So that is a really, really nice thing to send, and thank you very much. So, yes, I think what I want to do real quickly here is open it up to any questions you have so far, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what I have coming up as far as events while you do it. So If you have any questions, put them in the chat and I'll try to highlight them, and then we'll talk about that. And yes, just like the Liz Taylor, here we go. Just like the Liz Taylor Avon pieces. Exactly. Yeah, the Liz Taylor line is a great line from Avon and rather valuable. Hello, Naomi. Nice to see you here. Jamie V is here. I know I've missed some of you. I'm sorry, but I'm just so glad you're all here. Janet has questions about marbles now. Yes, we did a big segment on our member chat about marbles. Corinne helped me, and basically there are some really, really great online resources for information because I could only scratch the surface. And there's some detailed information that I've just barely started catching on to the marble phenomenon, but wow, they're really cool. And there are some beautiful designs and there is an active market. So, oh, it's wonderful to see you, and thank you for the card. I just showed it a moment before you came in. You got a bunch of tiger eyes. Yeah, there's a couple different companies that made tiger eyes too, and so there's lots to know about them. It's surprising, and of course, then there's all the contemporary art glass marbles, and that's a world in and of itself. So. As far as things that are coming up for me, we're doing this tonight. We're going to have a sale and some giveaways starting in just a few minutes here. We also we will have a live another sale coming up. I'm going to do a small sale on Friday, Black Friday, at 8 p.m. Eastern, and Heidi from Rosie's Auction House and I are going to do a little sale, just the two of us, probably a couple dozen lots. I got a I will just give you one preview because I got a collection of fairy lamps. And so we will have some of the fairy lamps here. Whoops, these are both Fenton, the Owl, and the Santa. So these are going to be in the Friday sale along with a bunch of other fun stuff. So we'll hope to see you there for that one. And then we also are going to, yes, I just showed the outside. The note is just for us, but I wanted to show how cute the card was because it just came and I thought it was wonderful. So Friday will be that sale. We will be putting out the level 2 members look for an extra video coming your way too. And then after that, we will have our regular Monday, Wednesday premieres, and we will continue to do the live broadcasts in December. And we will also I'll also be getting ready for shows. Now, I do have one unfortunate thing I have to deal with, and I'm very sad about it, but my favorite store in St. Petersburg, Florida, that I've been a part of for, gosh, I think 15 or no. Yeah, it's been over 15 years. Unfortunately, Janet's Antiques is closing. The owner, she is well past retirement age, and she said, I had an offer on the building and it's just time for me to finish. And she offered the business and nobody stepped forward to take it over. And the neighbor offered them more rent than we could possibly pay to stay. So unfortunately, that mall will close. And I believe that I know it'll be open through the end of December. I'm not sure about the first part of January, but we will have to move out in January. So I will be bringing new stock to the shows, and I'll also be bringing some of my better stock from that store to the shows. And well, unfortunately, things happen, people move on. I have always looked for antique mall spaces where people own the building specifically so that they don't get priced out. But, at some point, life changes and she sold the building, so that's the end of that, unfortunately. And I'm very sad to hear it because it is a really great antique mall and really really very cool modernism. But like Trevor said, Yeah, there comes a time, and good for her for getting to do some things in life while she can. So, and that Friday sale will be at 8 p.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. Pacific. And yes, it's very sad. I know, Joanne, you've been a regular customer and we've had a great time meeting there, but I am going to stay in the other store that I'm in, Andrea and Friends, and there's also St. Petersburg Antique Gallery. So there still is good antiquing in St. Pete. Hello, Miss Udalali. That's great. And yes, unfortunately, we do move on. You're losing the big flea market outside of Wilmington. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, we definitely are losing flea markets in the Northwest. There's practically none now because the prices of the real estate have just gotten too high, and all of the places that used to be flea markets are now Lowe's or Home Depot, every one of them. So, um, if there are any other questions, let me know, and you're welcome to ask any time through here. Hello, I see Marion is here. Hi, nice to see you too. Um, Oh, one other thing I wanted to show that came up in the last sale or the last time was this came from a viewer in Spokane to me, and I showed it, but I was in such a hurry I didn't tell you what it was. And what it is, this one's more ornamental than most. Usually they were just smaller things that they would carry with them, but it is a beetle nut box. Beetle nuts, if you saw the movie South Pacific, are those nuts they would chew. They get some sort of a caffeine buzz out of them and they make their mouth all black. And they were considered a very great thing to carry with you as a pick-me-up. And so they would make these boxes in order for you to take them with you. Usually the boxes are a little square thing that you could put in a pocket or strap to a belt, but this one is a rather big ornamental piece. So that's what the purpose of this odd object is. And I thought that was pretty cool too. Hello, we have Goodson's with us. That's great. Um, I don't like change, but there's no stopping it. I would say that is my philosophy too, and this is probably why I'm in the antique and vintage business. There is one other thing I want to share with you really quickly, and then we'll start into our sale. A friend of mine gave me these, and we were bemoaning the fact because he's a big mid-century um, modern collector. He's the person I've gotten a lot of the Sasha Brostov collections that I've been showing you and selling for him because he's a huge collector and he still has a lot of his favorites. But he had this set. This is from 1970, the Practical Encyclopedia of Good Decorating and Home Improvement. And it is quite definitely, and yes, you're definitely right, Christian. You can do the same thing now. But I think that good decorating and home improvement is interesting because it shows you how people actually decorated with mid-century. And he said, I'd love it if you'd show your viewers some of these pictures. And I thought I'd take a moment and do that because, as he said, you go and you look at a lot of these places where they have mid-century furniture, and it has all the charm and warmth of a dentist's office because they have an Eames chair and a brown teak piece of furniture with one vase on it in a stark white room with white floors and white walls and a white ceiling and overhead light. And that is not how this stuff was used at all. So I thought it would be fun to show how it actually was used in the 1970s. Look at all the color. Rugs were colorful, walls were colorful, roofs were colorful, fireplaces were red, lamps had a red attachment, there was wallpaper, they mixed colors together. I'm not saying everybody should love these color schemes specifically, but I just think it shows how this would have been considered kind of minimalist in 1970, this one with the blue couch. And there's still color panels. There's still dimension. There's a really great, I think that's, it's not Saarinen. I think that's another Ames chair with the wire. No, that's Bertoya. I'm sorry. That's a Bertoya chair with the wire. And then the Ames chair, the office chair in the back, the swivel chair in that picture. So here's how people who had this stuff when it was new were using it. And it's, yes, Les is saying it looks like my house growing up. Exactly. Now I have, oh, Willie Joe, it's wonderful to have you here. Much better than gray. I would agree with that. I have a Homes and Gardens magazine from the 60s. Very cool. And yes, I think it is because, it's not that we have to go back and be completely purists and say, well, we're going to do it just the way we did in 1970. But I did think it was interesting to see how they really used color and design together, and they weren't afraid to use color. There's a couple more I'll show you just because they're fun. This one. Okay, yeah. So for example, here's a table scape, and I'm pretty sure that glass, the drinking glass with the red beverage in it, is Heisey Lodestar. But here you have, these are Marimekko fabrics, very bright and fun on the table, and they're using runners rather than placemats or a full tablecloth. So you see the wood, but it's not just a bare expanse of brown. And I have to say, when I see these really nice pieces of furniture in a stark white environment, I think, well, it looks like a showroom. This also has a wonderful lesson on how to fold your napkins, which I laughed because the one thing I didn't see is what I saw in Costa Rica, where they know how to fold your towels into elephants and animals and critters, which I think is just really wonderful. Um, my parents, yes, my parents were that way too, I have to admit. Um, the My parents definitely were, we were always going to move, so everything had to be eggshell. And finally, when my mom moved to Florida, she had all this white furniture and white walls in the house, and she said, I really need some color. I want to get a teal rug. And I said, okay. And she said, oh, no, no, I can't do that, the resale value. And I said, Mom, this is the last place you're ever going to live. Why don't you have what you really want? So she got the teal rug. Her stuff looked great. It was there until her last day. And by then, it'd been there for 20 years and it was worn out, and we replaced it with boring gray carpet because it was a rental. So now neutrals and grays can be great if you match some other stuff to them. I know that I got to see yeah, see, here you go. You were raised Hollywood Regency and Victorian with a little Rococo. Yes, very nice. Fancy, too. I know I got to see Miss Wildlife's house recently. She's in a new house, and it's a lot of white and neutral, and she has an amazing art glass collection, so there's color everywhere. And the white and neutral are a great background for that. But I just wanted to remind everybody who's seeing, because I hear some people say, oh, mid-century, I'm starting to get really bored with it. And I think it's because they're seeing a white piece of furniture in a white house with white walls, and there's no color, and everything is a rectangle. And that's not really the joy of life or how it was intended to be used in the first place. So oh, yes, all wood. Yeah, if you lived in the Northwest, there was a chance that everything was wood, especially in that era. The walls were wood, the ceiling might be wood, the floors were wood, the furniture was wood. Um, Oh, yes, this is interesting too. Velvet and green and gold wallpaper. It went with the avocado green couch. Have you noticed this year going into stores? I'm seeing the displays. There is a lot of white and a lot of flocking and a lot of pink with red as an accent. Not a lot of really heavy red and green together, which I find really interesting. I haven't seen these colors together at Christmas since I was a little kid. So it's a little different this year. When will I be selling the stuff behind you? Well, most of it I'm going to sell right now. Um, and yes, Art Deco is coming back next. And yes, I was raised with dust bunnies too. We cleaned when we moved. It sounds like someone mixed up shabby chic with mid-century. And yes, I think that is what's happened. Um, so let's see here. And there you go. Yes. You can be builder beige. I had a house that was builder beige because I had a big art collection, and I thought, well, I need a neutral wall because I am going to cover this with color. I don't need a strong color on the wall. Then I found one picture that I painted the wall to match because it brought the color of the picture out. So that went out the window. Um, Foil and flocked wallpaper. Yes, absolutely. Boy, that foil wallpaper is money if you can find it now. So Critter Girl wanted to know when we'd be selling the stuff behind, and I think it's time for us to get on to do that. Um, so I'm going to have to get up and pick up the pieces here. Um, we're going to have 12 lots, and generally it'll be 2 items in a lot or maybe more. And we're going to have 12 in honor of the fact that I made it through my 12th and final treatment. And as far as the price, you know what? Let's just start everything at $5 and we'll just have fun from there. So when I bring it up and hold it up, you can start bidding at $5 and we'll just see where things go. Um, let's start with, we'll start off since this is a celebration for me. And that is Snoopy you see behind me. And yes, Snoopy is one of the items we'll be selling tonight. I'm not going to sell the little tree. That's for me. And there's a couple of things on the wall that I'm going to hold until the Friday sale just because I need a backdrop. But most of this is going to sell tonight. So we're going to start with noisemakers. And our noisemakers tonight are the classic clown from the 50s or the Salvation Army bell. And yes, we're going to ring that bell in honor of the end of my cancer treatments. So $5 each to start, and you can bid now in the chat. If you see something you like, go ahead and place a bid. It will be choice for the items, and this is a genuine Salvation Army bell. This came from an estate here in Washington, and the woman said I was a bell ringer about 50 years ago, and this was her bell then. They don't look like this anymore, and I've never seen a Salvation Army bell for sale, so I thought that was fun. And then the clown, well, I just love noisemakers. They're so much fun. I hope it's not too obnoxious on your end. I figured we better sell these first so I don't play with them all evening. So we've got $5 from Annette. If anyone else is interested, this will be choice. So, so yes, the sale starts now. And we'll do giveaways, and we will let you know how that works. We'll do giveaways after every third item. So Critter Girl, $8 is the bid now. And here we go. So we've got, I'm going to take a look and see if there's a maker name on this one. I don't see one. I think it might be Ohio art. It is an American-made one from the 1950s. And I know some people think clouds are scary now, but they're supposed to be fun. And if you think they're scary, well, you can put them with your Halloween stuff instead of your Christmas stuff. Willie Joe, $10 for choice, and now Annette with $11 for choice. So, yes, I just think I think this stuff is fun. I used to play with the Beltry xylophone every year at Christmas, and my mom would always make sure it was the last thing that got put out and the first thing that got put away. $12 now with Willie Joe for choice. Annette, let us know. And Critter Girl, if you're in, let us know. The only context I have for noisemakers is Purim. Yes, the Gregors. Yes, that's right. Yeah, and you know, a lot of this is sort of Christmas stuff behind, but we do actually have, there are other celebrations this time of year, and I do have a rather pretty menorah back there that I will be putting up this evening as well. We are at, let's see, $12, but Willie Joe was first in, and the tie goes to the person who comes in first. Critter Girl now $14 for choice. Marcy is here. Hello, Marcy. Kirchhoff. Oh, you're right. It is Kirchhoff 10. Thank you. Thank you very much, Pete. Yes, he's right. It's Kirchhoff, not Ohio art. I had forgotten about that. Willie Joe is out. So Critter Girl, I think this is going to be for you unless Annette comes in. We'll give you 1 minute, Annette, and then we'll put sold in. Just want to make sure we're not missing anybody here. Okay, she's out. So Critter Girl, let us know. We are sold. Let us know which one you want, and if you don't want both, then we'll let the backup be available to somebody else. So I'll give you just a minute to let us know about these. I'm going to go ahead and put these down. And well, okay, you would like the bell. So the bell is for you. And Annette, if you are interested in this, I think you were the backup bidder. No, actually, Willie Joe would be the backup bidder first. So Willie Joe, let us know if you're interested in the other piece. And I will make a quick note of this, and then we'll go on to the next one. Let's see. Oh. Okay, don't tell my dentist I just opened that with my teeth. Let's see. There we go. Oh, good. You have friends who are Salvation Army officers. Well, I bet they enjoy seeing that then. All right. I'm going to, yes, I'm sure you could. I'm sure that my housemaid and the poodle are wondering what that noise is coming out. Let's see here. We have these, and we have card, card. Okay. Our next round here, you're going to tell. Okay. Oh, do you not have Salvation Army thrift stores where you are anymore? Oh gosh. Yeah, we still have them around here. Let's see here. You should have stayed to be the Vanna girl again. Yes. All right. Our next round, we're going to do. Usually I have these at the ready, but I just thought it was more fun to leave them in the display. So you'll just have to bear with me going to grab them. This one is going to be choice of cards. No Salvation Armies in Portland anymore. Interesting. And it's two different types of cards. So the choice is going to be either the Coca-Cola Santa card deck, which is an edition from 1993, a double edition, does not look like it's ever been used, or this lot of 3 Christmas postcards. These are from the golden age of postcards. Note of the clown. Okay, thank you. These are from the golden age of postcards between 1906 and 1915, because before that, they didn't figure out to make it so that you would write on one side and have an image on the other side. You would actually put the address on one side, write on the other side, so they were blank. And then they decided, wait a second, we can put these neat graphics on. And this one's from the 19 teens. She's got a candlestick phone, which was a new thing then. This one is playing ice hockey, which I think is just so cute with the dog. And this one actually was printed on a plate, so there's an embossing line there. And this one is very cute with her little package from about 1920. So $5 choice, either the 3 postcards or the Coca-Cola cards. And if anyone is interested, you're welcome to put a bid in. And again, just put it in the comments and we'll take it from there. So, so the lots are the 3 postcards or the double deck of Santa. And we have $5 bid from Ruth. Thank you. To get started. I figured that this is just a chance to have some fun tonight, but we are going to sell most of what's back there, and these are just some fun warm-ups for us. So, and now 6 from Miss Wildlife. I really enjoy the fact that this one has the Ruth $8 now. Oh, interesting. They closed in Spokane. They closed one of the Salvation Armies. I did notice that there aren't as many as there used to be. I like her dress because that's the color of pink I'm seeing in a lot of Christmas displays this year. So I guess that might be timely. Okay, so I think, Ruth, this is going to be for you. I'm going to hit sold here. And Ruth, if you'll just let us know in the comments which is of interest to you, either lot or both. I think I know, but I'm not going to make any assumptions. And I will set these aside. And okay, the postcards. Yes, I had a feeling. Very good. Ruth. All right. Next one here is kind of fun. We're going to do one more warm-up round, and then we'll have a giveaway, and then we'll get into some of the other pieces back here. So let's see here. Ah, very good. I had to keep us all in suspense to see if I could get these out without knocking the Christmas tree over. So, success. All right, and Miss Wildlife would like the playing cards. That's perfect. Okay. We've gotcha. Okay, so our next lot here, we're going to do these as it's a 2-4. The Salvation Army in Clay County's close to the start of COVID and never returned. Yeah, Clay County, which part of Florida? I think that's in the Panhandle, isn't it? Um, so this is one lot of the next one. We have Christmas carols, and since we have carols, well, we have to have a caroler. And this is Doris Day with Season's Best. This is when she was doing the advertising, singing "See the USA in Your Chevrolet" in the early 60s. And this actually is a little 45 record. The record's in good shape. The sleeve has a few little points of damage, but it is the Season's Greetings from Dinah Shore. And I said Doris Day, but she's Dinah Shore. And you meet the nicest people, Jingle Bells, southwest of Jacksonville. Okay. I don't have any Wedgwood ornaments. I will have a couple of Wedgwood pieces, not ornaments, but Jasperware in the Friday sale, though. All right. So here we go, Dinah Shore. Let me try to get that back in. Okay. So there's one lot. And the other lot is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Little Golden Book, or the Book of Toys, the two of them for one price. So this is one price. And this is one price. And then it's the choice between the two or the two. And $5 is the opening bid. So if this is of interest to anyone, let us know in the comments and we'll look for bids. Let's see what other songs she sang here. Song of Joy. My mom was a choir director. Yes, and Corey's a choir director, as I recall. Oh, yes, and this one also has Silent Night and the Cowardly Carol. I've never heard that one. So Marcy is our opening bidder at $5. Very good. And I'm going to put this back in its sleeve very carefully to protect it because it's in reasonably good shape. All right, so we have $5 bid from Marcy. If anyone else is interested, let us know. It is the choice of Rudolph and the Toys or Dinah Shore and the Christmas Carols. Oh yes, the toy book I should show. Yeah, the age of the books. These are older Little Golden books. And I can show you the back. It does not have a UPC code, so this is before the 1970s. Now, if you're really good, you know to look in the back, and sometimes there will be a letter, and the letter will give you an indication of the exact age. I don't know the exact age of these. I believe all of this is 1960s from where they came. The toy book is a book about toys, and it was written in oh boy, it's a little dark in here. I want to say 55, if I'm reading that right. But this actually shows all sorts of cute toys and has stories. It looks sort of like a Dick and Jane book where you have this is a dart game, this is a parachute doll. They show roly-polies, all the stuff that we thought was fun back in that time. And Carol Bloom, $6 now. Thank you. And that's for choice. We've got a top and a magnet. I just thought this was really cool that it's got the Ferris wheel on the back. So yeah, definitely things from the era of the baby boomers when they were all children. And a lot of us fell into that category for sure. And now $8 from Ruth is the bid. Sorry, let me keep up with this. I see you, Marcy, but Ruth was in first with $8. And again, it's the choice between this pair together and this pair together. There we go. It took me a little while to show you these, so I'll let this run just a little bit longer. Marcy quarter is at 10. Weren't Dinah and Burt Reynolds a couple at one time? They may well have been. I always think of Burt in his days with Lonnie Anderson when they did that terrible movie together, which I can't remember the name of. It was probably someone's favorite movie, so I apologize. I just remember that I was very disappointed with it at the time because I was a big fan of hers and I thought they could have done better. um, Ruth at 11, Marcy at 12, now Willie Joe at $14. And I'll show you the choices again. Marcy at 15 for choice. Yeah, I just wanted to start off with some cute things that were seasonal and fun. And okay, Ruth is out, so Willie Joe let us know. And then was with Sally Field. Yeah, he was with a lot of very famous people. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You know, if you're a celebrity, you're going to meet other celebrities. Just wait till it starts happening with YouTubers. Oh my, that's going to be dangerous. Willie Joe is at 16. Yes, Bert got around. Okay, so funny story. In Centralia, there is this restaurant called the Country Cousin, and it's a great roadside place. It's like Cracker Barrel years before Cracker Barrel ever thought of it. They opened, it's just one location. They've got a 1910 car sitting up above the register, a huge car suspended from the ceiling. They had an old candy store that in the day had moon and stars glass. That was the candy jars. The tables all have interesting old postcards and advertising shellacked into them. And when you go into the lounge, they have a giant picture of Burt Reynolds, the centerfold from when he was in Playgirl or whatever it was. And it is right there on the wall, and it's been there since they opened in 1973, and they are not taking it down. All right, Willie Joe is out. So Marcy, I believe this is yours. We're going to go ahead and hit sold. And yes, I went and ate there recently, and I just laughed because it was still there after all these years. I remember the first time I saw it, we had an employee meeting and everyone was over 21, so they didn't have room. And they said, well, we'll just seat you in the lounge. And I remember I had to preside over the employee meeting, and they sat me, and the whole meeting I had to stare at Burt Reynolds and his Altogether while I tried to have a serious business meeting. It was very funny. Marcy would like Rudolph. Okay, that's great. So Rudolph and the toys are going to Marcy. And I'll make a note of that. Willie Joe, if you're interested in the Dinah Shore and the Christmas carols, let us know. And if you'll do me a favor, folks, and send your email to me just to let me know, and we'll make sure that we get these things wrapped and out to you right away. And of course, it's the antiquenomad@gmail.com. Okay, Willie Joe would like the other ones. That's great. And just to let you know, if you have sent me an email recently looking for appraisal information or that sort of thing, I am going to try to get caught up with that this week. So I apologize. Please be patient. I will try to get those things caught up for you. So, all right, let's see. Oh, your neighbor just bought the Playgirl just for it. Yes. Yes, that interestingly enough, they said that that issue sold more Playgirls to men than had ever sold in the past, which is an interesting little sidebar there. Okay, so we're going to do our first giveaway, and our first giveaway, I need to, hello, Phil, good to see you. Okay, I need to send a note to Zeno saying that we are ready. So the first word, if you are interested in the giveaway, our first giveaway, we're going to give away this nice set of costume jewelry. This is supplied by Naomi, who was briefly with us in the chat and had to leave. But this is all one lot, and this is all going to be given away free. And this is the, I'm going to try to get these where you can see them all. Okay, there's two sets of earrings, the red hoops, just in time for the holiday, and gold tone. One of those is Trifari. I think it's the gold hoops or Trifari. There's also the silver tone and this very cool enamel on copper pin. So the word to put in the chat is, let me make sure I've got this right. Yes, gravy. Gravy is the word. So if you're interested in participating in the giveaway, all you have to do is put the word gravy into the chat, And in a moment, Zeno will have the chat bot randomly pick somebody who put the word gravy into the chat. So get your gravy in now. I'm going to go ahead and set these down. It will be all four, and let's see here. Actually, you know what? I think it's the red hoops that are the Trifari. That's a pretty nice set in the Chinese red. So I'm going to set those down, and we will give you all a minute to get gravy in there. And then if you're a winner of a giveaway, also send an email to me to make sure that I have your information. I know a lot of you folks, I do. I'll tell you a little dirty secret. I keep all my records in pirate ship because that's where the shipping is done, and usually it automatically populates your name if I've sent something to you before. Once in a while, they just disappear, and that's why I always say to go ahead and send me an email just to make sure. All right, I think we have most of our gravy in, and we will make sure he's there and able to I will say good to go. So we'll give him just a minute because he controls this remotely. We want to make sure that you all know that this is as arm's length as it can be, because I have nothing to do with who wins. And I like it that way because everybody gets a chance. I've had a few people say, I've never won anything before, and here you go. So let me see if I need to give him a ring.
The subscriber you have dialed is not
okay. Okay, he said, all right, he said to hold on. He's not vacuuming, although that's very funny. Yeah, he got a Roomba. I'm very frightened. All right, he said he's having a little bit of an issue with the drawing, but we will get that done in just a moment. And while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of things that we're going to show you next. And we'll wait for him to get that going. And if not, we'll figure out another way to do it there. So he's cheating on the vacuum then, yes. Cleaning the vacuum. Oh, okay. Yeah, my eyes. Okay, here we go. Put a cat on top of his Roomba. Yes, I think that would be a very unadvisable thing to do for many reasons, but it's a great, funny idea. I'm not sure if he or the cat would be more upset. All right, let's see here. He could come and vacuum here. It's on my list for tomorrow. Yeah, I have a feeling he's not up to that. He might be cheating on the vacuum too. Yes. When I was dog sitting, the Roomba started in the middle of the night. That's hilarious. Okay, I'm sorry, folks. Zeno is asking you to please put the word gravy in again because he thinks he's got it working now, but it didn't pull from your initial one. So sorry about that. Put gravy in again, and we'll try this one more time. And while you do that, if yep, there we go. Okay, that's all coming through. And while we do that, I'll get a couple more ready so I won't have to run around so much. Okay. All right. I think we're just about there, and then we will do the drawing. Good gravy. I think we are having brisket for Thanksgiving here, which is something I don't usually eat, but I hear there is, especially when I'm not in the South where they make it really well, but I hear there is a really good place near here. So I guess we're going to try it. Ah, there we go. Virginia Caston. Well, congratulations. You are the winner of the giveaway. And thank you, Zeno, for the extra effort getting that to work. And I will make a note of Virginia, and Virginia, just let me know how I can get these to you. So, all right. Let's move on to the next round. And again, we're going to start these at just $5. I think these are very cute. These came out of a collection, somebody who had them since childhood. And again, $5 each is the choice. One of them is a very fun, crafty item, and one of them is a very cute wind-up. Now, the wind-up does not work. So I just want to mention that. He looks great, but he's not in operating order. So, but these are $5 each for choice. And I want to show this guy first because this looks like something that my grandmother, who was very handy with this sort of stuff, would have made. And it's made on a 1960s, one of these glasses that you would, these with the hollow stems were made for champagne. The idea being that you could get the bubbles in the champagne to warm up and pop by holding it because the heat of your hands would make them go faster. And then this little guy is the little wind up. And he's just wonderful. He has the peg. The peg turns. Oh, looky there. I said he didn't work, and now he does. I don't think he's super strong, so I don't know that he'll walk across the table for you, but he does seem to want to work. It might just need a little bit of help to get there. So this is from the probably early 60s. It's a Japanese piece. You see the Made in Japan label on the bottom. So $5 choice on these, the Walker or the glass with the felt beard. I just get a big kick out of these. I really like the face on this little guy. He definitely looks like that whimsy Japanese 50s, 60s era stuff that had a real cuteness to it. And thank you. I do think I am looking better, and it's great to be looking better. I see the color coming back. I didn't realize how sick I really was until I started editing videos that I filmed right before the treatment started, and I looked at myself and thought, wow, I was a lot worse off than I realized. I think it's good sometimes that you don't realize at the time. Jody, hello, Jody. $6 from Jody, and this is for choice. So $6 is the bid. And let's see, there we go. I think they stuffed a little extra paper in him. So $6 is the current bid on this. Marcy is at 10. And well, thank you, Beth. Yes, I do think the facials helped. It got rid of a lot of dry skin. I like chicken better than turkey. Yeah, I have to admit, I like turkey, but that tryptophan thing, you just end up being unconscious at the end. So $10 with Marcy is the current high bid. If anyone else is in, let us know. And then we will continue on because we have some more fun stuff to show you. We're going to work our way up to bisque figures and a really cool cigarette lighter of all things that's Christmas, and some other oddball things that you might not be able to see in the back shelf there. Okay. My email address, Virginia, is theantiquenomad@gmail. Okay, Jody's at $11 for choice. Marcy, let us know, or anyone else, if you're in, let us know. This guy is a bell ringer too. I'm sure the dog is just like, what is that noise coming from out of there? Okay, Marcy is out. So Jody, let us know which is for you. I'm going to mark this sold, and you will have first choice on either or both. Yeah, I did think these were cute, and they came out of it was the family collection she was actually letting go, and I don't find a lot of Christmas stuff. I know some people they manage to hunt it down all year. I really have very little. Left hand, which to you is this one, right? Let me make sure that's correct. I think you're saying the wind up is for you. If that's correct, just say wind up or something in the chat, and I'll make sure we get you the right one. Okay, correct. All right, very good. Now I have outsmarted myself with my pen. So here we go. Great. Okay. That's great. All right. Our next round, I know somebody said, is that Snoopy there? And yes, it is. Snoopy is saying Merry Christmas. And this one, I don't honestly know the age of this one because it was given as a gift in 2001. Now, Snoopy, the copyright dates 1958 is when they started really doing this stuff, and then in 66 they redid the copyright. So you see a lot of things all the way through the 70s and 80s that have those dates. I don't think this is as new as the 2000s. I think it's probably around 1980 approximately. And so it's choice between that or the House Art Tray. Again, $5 is the starting price. This one, Merry Christmas, that's the way the ball bounces. You can tell by the colors that avocado and orange ornament is right out of about 1970. So I just thought these were really cute, and they're just sort of Christmas classics of a different kind. So $5 each is the opening bid, and if anyone's interested, let us know. Um, let's see here. 50. I think I'm missing something. Miss Wildlife, thank you very much. Opening our bid for us here. I feel like people really only eat turkey once a year unless it's lunch meat. Yeah, that's really true. And actually, it's really, if you like turkey, it's a great deal, and it's good for you. And I don't know, I like it. But yeah, it seems like my mom would get hot turkey sandwiches at the restaurant. That was about it. Okay, let's see. A bunch of people at $6. Next Gen is the first. Let's see. Peggy at 8. Miss Wildlife at $9 for choice. So $9 is the current high bid on this. And for some reason, I'm going to set these down for a minute because for some reason this is not moving with it. There we go. Peggy, $10 for choice. Miss Wildlife is out. And Carol Bloom, let us know. And Next Gen Antiques, if either of these are for you, let us know. Oodalolly Shop now in at $11. So she is the high bidder. Peggy, let us know. Susan, we are hearing from more people. Susan, $12, the high bid now. Yeah, house art is interesting to me because they made all these trays, and you see them for holidays and you see them for World's Fairs and all sorts of attractions, and that's all they ever did. They were out of Pennsylvania, and all they did was flat glass with interesting screen painting on it. Charles Schultz, it's interesting. He hated the name Peanuts. Peanuts was not his choice for the name of his strip. It was actually named Peanuts because they thought it would appeal to kids, and on Howdy Doody, they called the kids who would sit in the audience the Peanut Gallery. And he said, but there's no one named Peanut in my strip, and it has nothing to do with peanuts. And the newspaper insisted that if he wanted the gig, that he was going to call it Peanuts. So he begrudgingly did. He never got over it. Nice to see you, Corinne. Gotta buy a turkey. Well, yes, 'tis the season. $13, Miss Oodalolly. You don't see Susan. Okay, well, she was there for a moment, but Miss Oodalolly has the high bid at $13 for choice. So Susan, let us know, or anyone else. And then we'll wrap this up and go on to another one. Willie Joe, $14 for choice now. All right, Miss Oodalolly, let us know. Yes, I still have some books to read that you folks sent me. I did some reading, and I figure I owe you a book report, but I haven't gotten through them all yet. I think I'll take them on vacation. Okay, Willie Joe, $14 for choice. Anyone else, let us know if you're in. I know a few of you say you're out. It just makes it easier. Appreciate that. We'll let Musodu Lolly have a moment, and anybody else, and then we'll wrap this up. Oh yeah, you're doing the Costco thing. We talked about that too, having the neighbors over. It was just more food than we thought we could deal with. But Costco does, I've been somewhere that did the Costco meal. It's actually a great thing. Okay, so we're going to sell this. And Willie Joe, it is your choice. So let us know if you are interested in Snoopy or the House Art Tray or both. And $14 is the price. And Miss Oodalolly will be the backup. I know which one she wants. If you don't take the one she wants, well, then we'll offer it to her. And we'll give this just a moment, and then we'll go on. I'm not to that point yet. Well, you have all that table stuff that you want to use. So you've got to make a big spread so that you have a use for all of those different. I know you're doing a different. Last year it was brown transferware, and I know you said you were doing something different this year, and I've forgotten what it was. So maybe put that in the chat. Are any of you breaking out the fine china this Thanksgiving? I'd be curious about that, and if so, what pattern is it? And we'll just give Willie Joe a second here to let us know about these, and we'll go on to our next round. Actually, I'm going to set them down. There we go. I think that the only thing that we're using that's kind of special is we've got some Pilgrim Glass silhouette servers, and I just recently got a bunch of the old Pilgrim Glass catalogs, so we are going to go ahead and have some fun with that. Oh, that's very nice. Are you sure about that? Because I think she wants Snoopy. But if you want the house art tray and for her to have Snoopy, that's very kind, and we'll be glad to do that. I'm making an assumption here, Miss Oodalali, but I believe that I believe that's the case. So let me know if that's wrong. Otherwise, that one will be for you. So I will make a note of that. Okay, well, that's very kind, Willie Joe. Thank you. And Miss Oodalali, I think that gives you Snoopy. Just confirm in the chat that that is the one that you wanted. And in the meantime, we will go on to the next round where we have these. I'm going to lay this down. I've been enjoying my Christmas display, and now it's all going away. Okay, the covered dish. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, that's great. Yes. Yeah, that was a nice brown transferware, Victorian era. But that one seemed well vitrified. Like I said in the recent dinnerware video, as long as the things were made in a factory and are well sealed, you don't have to worry about them being dangerous to use. That was very kind of you, Willie Joe, and thank you. Everybody got something they like. Okay, so this round, and this is choice between these. These are bisque porcelain. These are an Avon product from about 1980, and they are pretty collectible, actually. And we have the camel, a wise man, and another wise man bearing gifts. And then we also have the shepherd, and these are $5 choice each. And I have the boxes for all of these. So I will hold 3 of them up at a time because I can't hold all 4. But they're actually pretty good quality. They were done, as you can see there is the Nativity Collectibles line, and these were done about 1980 approximately. And Next Gen is here for $5. Thank you. I love your avatar. That looks like a rainbow glass decanter that I see with a great minaret stopper. I just love those. Those are so cool. So $5 each for choice. And we have, I assume that this one, I never could remember. I think was it the frankincense that went in the box and the myrrh that went into the urn? I used to know all of this. And then the shepherd and the camel. So $5 each for choice. If anyone else is interested, let us know. And I do have the boxes behind me here. So let me get those so that you can see them. They will come in the box, and the box will be in a box so that you don't have to worry about breakage. Because unfortunately, we are in that happy season where the post office and UPS hire a bunch of temp workers, and boy, they don't treat things very well. So we will be packaging things very thoroughly. Here's the boxes. There's 2 of them there, and a couple more as well. I'll get those down for you. And if we have no other bidders, then we will sell them all to Next Gen. But if someone else is interested, let us know, because we don't want to leave anyone out. There's the other 2 boxes. So, all right. I'm just going to hold one up for fun. And I think we're going to go ahead and sell these. If anyone else is interested, speak now, or these are going to go away. All right. Okay, so next gen, you are the winner at $5 choice. So let us know. We have, you can take one or you can take all. If you just need one for a set, let us know which. And if you want all four, you may have all four. We've got two wise men, the camel, and the shepherd. And actually, these sell for about $20 each on eBay. So this is a pretty good deal for you here. You just want the camel and the shepherd. That's great. Okay, well, if anyone needs replacement wise men, leave us a note in the comments and we'll be happy to put those aside for you. And in the meantime, I will put these down. I have 26 different colors of Fiesta, and they're taking the fall colors to the Oregon coast for Thanksgiving. That is so cool. I love Fiesta is so much fun because you can mix and match that way, and all the colors are fun together. Let's see. So that is the shepherd and the camel. And those are for next gen, 10 for both. Gotcha. All right, very good. Let's see. Okay, let's do another giveaway, and then we will move on to some of the other things that we have here. Okay, great. We'll do the next giveaway now. All right, the next word is cranberry. So if you'll put cranberry into the chat, we will go ahead and let you do that for just a second, and I will grab a couple of things that are going to be the next things that we're going to sell here. And there's some pretty neat stuff coming up, so I think we'll have some fun. While you put in cranberry, I'll get ready for a couple more lots. There's this one. There's this one. I need to be playing Christmas music during this. But who knows? Oh, well, we have Barking Poodle for Christmas instead. So you might be able to hear that. All right, let's see. We've got this one and that one. That one. And all right, let's see. Is everybody in there? Looks like it. Okay, I'll give him the word and we will let Nightbot do his thing. Oh, a couple more people still joining. Just about ready. There we go. If you play Christmas music, I'm out. Well, don't worry because I don't have any. And it might be owned by someone and we don't really play a lot of music on here because of that. I mean, I'd love to sing for you, but besides the fact that viewership might crash through the floor, I also don't have the rights to the music. So, okay. Ruth is the winner of, I didn't even tell you what I was giving away, did I? Huh. Well, it's cute, so I'll show you. I'm not used to having to work off of the back shelf, so this is a little less organized than I usually am. But Ruth, you are the winner of these items here, and I think they're very sweet. They are 3 little booklets of prose, and they'll be great because they'll go in with your postcards. And one of them is for New Year's. It's called Every Good Wish, and it has a very nice little note in there. And this one is Season's Greetings, and you open this, and it has a very nice little note about Christmas greetings. And then the third one that's part of this giveaway that you won is this one, which is, I bring you a kindly greeting from across the sea. And I thought this was so interesting. It's got a cutout, and they're shaking hands, and it has a little message in there. So that's what the giveaway was, and Ruth gets it. And thank you very much. I will set that with your postcards, and we'll make sure we get them to you. Zeno just sent me a little note saying he only likes jingle bells and rocking around the Christmas tree. All right, let's see here. I want to make sure that we get those to Ruth. And so our next round And again, every round we're just starting at $5 each because this is my I've been doing some giving back, and I figure that whatever these go for, I'm going to be happy because you've all been so generous and helpful with me. So it's my chance to do something in return. But I think these are actually kind of special. So um, we talk a lot about Christmas this time of season, but this is a season for a lot of celebrations. And um, this particular one, this little box says Season's Greetings, and in it, of all things, and it has a tow truck on it, this is Season's Greetings from Ron's Body Shop. So Ron's Body Shop had this King Company make these lighters and give them away as little Christmas bonuses to people back around 1960. And I just thought that was really neat. And of course, Season's Greetings applies to everything because it's the season for lots of things: Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. And then the other item is this, and I really like this. I'm a fan of these. It has the menorah in the middle. This is a wall sconce. It's Israeli brass. I've really been looking for Israeli brass because they did a lot of really cool modernist designs, and I think this is definitely one of them. It holds 2 candles, and it is a wall hanger, although it will sit flat. And this one has a company name marked down the back. I would love to see more scholarship on Israeli brass because there were a bunch of companies making these things around 1970 and in the 60s and 70s. So Next Gen bids 5, Deb's at 6, Carol Bloom at 10, Deb's at 12. Does the lighter work, please? Well, let me take a look and see if we can determine that. I don't think it's ever been out of here, so it probably doesn't have any flint, but everything rolls and works. So it needs a flint in it to throw a spark, but I feel friction, so it seems to me that it should work if you put fuel and a flint in it. Okay. Karen with a C at 15, and now Deb's at 16. Gwen Stefani's song about cocoa and marshmallows. Yes, that does sound like something different. Um, I do like some Christmas music, I have to say, and I'm a big fan of hers, so I think it's okay for me to say this. Stevie Nicks really phoned in that version of Silent Night. I'm sorry. It sounds like they woke her up to sing the chorus about every 3 minutes or so. Um, Here we go. $20 with Debs, now 22 with Carol Bloom for choice. I'll just hold this right there. Okay. Karen with the C is out. Carol is the current high bidder. Deb, let us know. Deb is at 25 for choice. A whole bunch of you are putting in your favorite Christmas songs. That's cute. Okay, Carol is out. So, Deb, you are the high bidder. Let us know if you're interested in the brass candle sconce or the lighter or both. And if you're not interested in the one, we'll make the other one available to you. All right. Yes, Last Christmas we definitely hear a lot. And of course, there's the Mariah Carey, is it? The song that's very popular. Santa Baby is good. Okay, so Debs is getting this, and all right, we've got it. And if anyone is interested in the lighter as the backup bidder, I think the backup bidder was Carol Bloom or Karen with the C. So Carol Bloom, if you're interested in the lighter, let us know. And if not, Carol C, it would be available to you. And I'm going to go ahead and set these down so that they stay safe. Yes, well, this is good. Now all of you have your favorite Christmas song running through your head, and Sarah Wrinkle doesn't have to hear any of them, so we're all happy. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead. All right, this next group is really cute, and there are 2. And before you start bidding, I want to show you the condition because one's slightly better than the other, but it's going to be choice. And they are these vinyl, they're almost like Naga hide. They're not Naga hides per se. The Naga hide company made little critters that are Noggies that are specifically made of Naga hide, and if they have their tag with them, they're really valuable now. But these are the reindeer right out of the 60s. They're kind of a red-orange color. I wanted to show you, they're both in pretty similar condition. One of them is a little frayed on the eyebrows. They're not quite all as good. And one, the chin hair isn't quite as good. I don't think it matters a lot, but I just like to be honest for full disclosure. This one has gold paint on the side of the head, which was deliberate, actually. So now go ahead and bid if you're interested in the reindeer. I think they're really cute. They're $5 each to start, and they have they have their little bells, which don't ring. That was pretty common back then. I think everybody figured that mom and dad had had enough of the bells. So they're wearing bells, but they never had clackers. But they have nice felt ears with wire to keep the shape, and they're not misshapen, and they're not torn or missing anything. And so, oh my, well, everybody likes these. Okay, so Miss Wildlife at 25 is the current high bidder. I know we had a bunch come in. Marcy now at $30 per choice. And I made them choice because if you want one, I'll tell you which one is slightly better than the other. But if you want both, then they're both available to you. Marcy is the current high bidder at $30. Miss Wildlife's out. Carol let us know. And Sarah says she's a Grinch. Well, you know, the Grinch is a beloved Christmas character. So there you go. All right. So Carol is out. So Marcy, these are yours. Let us know if you want one or both. I'm going to go ahead and hit sold for you. And yeah, they're pretty darling. I would just say there's the one with the gold paint on the side, and there's the one that doesn't have. And otherwise, they're pretty similar. Like I say, one of them has a few less eyelashes than the other, and I think you can see. And she'll take both. So that settles that. Well, thank you very much, Marcy. I think those are darling, and I'm glad you like them. I will tell you, it's taken me all year to get just this much Christmas stuff. I just don't find a lot. And so I'm glad that I was able to bring some things that are fun and sweet and kind of cute. This next one will be for stepping out time. And I get to, oh, there we go. And it's going to be choice of 2 Christmas pins, again starting at $5 each. They're both Christmas trees, but one of them is traditional green and red, and one of them is blue Christmas. And these are both from the 1970s. So if you're a gold tone person who likes the traditional Christmas tree, that might be for you. And if you like blue Christmas, well, that one I think is fun and has a lot of sparkle. And they are, I don't think either one of these is marked by anybody. I think they're just cute and they're well made, and they do have everything they need. They do work. I didn't see any maker names on these. You'll occasionally see you'll see Eisenberg ice on these. Those are newer. They're not original era Eisenberg. Those are from the 1990s. Other than that, I don't generally see a whole lot of these with the maker name. And this is for choice. Miss Wildlife at 8. Now 11. Oh, Jody was at 10. Sorry. So Miss Wildlife at 11. Maggie at 12 for choice. Critter Girl $15 for choice. So we're at $15. And there, I'll hold them up so you can see them. Maggie, let us know if you're still in. Hello, Joan. Nice to have you with us. And I've been looking for some of the hobbyist ceramic Christmas stuff from the 70s. Yeah, you know, we used to see more, and then those trees got really popular, and now I don't see much of any of it. Okay, so our high bidder is Critter Girl. $15 each for choice. Let us know which one or ones you want. You may have either or both. And if you just take one, then the backup bidder, I think, is Maggie. So we're going to let Critter Girl have first choice on this, and then we'll go to the backup bidder. I'm going to go ahead and put this aside. There we go. And I'll make a note of our winner. And we'll just wait for a moment to see. Okay, she would like the silver tone. Very good. And let me just make sure I'm right about this. Yes, okay. Maggie, you are the backup bidder. If you are interested in the green tree, let us know in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and set that down. And there we go. And well, we wait to hear about that from Maggie. I'm going to grab a couple more things. We've got some serving pieces this time that are kind of nice. Okay. The most fun one is a Santa face that has dangling rhinestones for the beards. Oh, how cool. I've never seen that one. That sounds great, actually. Yeah, there are a lot of fun jewelry pieces. Um, Holiday was officially one of the four seasons in the jewelry business, and Maggie will take the green tree. Very good. Thank you, Maggie. Okay. I will make a note of that for you. Um, Actually, you know what? Before we do this next round, let's go ahead and do another giveaway. And this one we'll do, bear with me here. Make sure we get that right. Okay, this next little one we're going to do is going to be a little Santa in a cart. And I'll grab that. And the card is old. The card is from about 1970. The Santa they put in it is cute as can be. I think it's newer, but it does have 70s avocado stripes. So this is our giveaway, and the magic word for this giveaway is, let me look it up. Turkey. There we go. The word turkey, if you'll put turkey in, and spelling does count because the machine will only look up the word exactly the way it's spelled because it's a robot and it doesn't know any better. So Turkey. And good night, Sarah. Nice to have you with us. Okay, so put turkey in and we'll do our next drawing here, which will be for this guy. I believe that this actually folds down, which is kind of clever. So it should be relatively easy to ship if I can figure it out, but I'll figure it out when we're not live because I don't want to break it. Yes, I thought he was just a cute little guy. And I had to put him on a high shelf because the poodle thought it looked like his toy that he loves to chew. And no. All right. We're going to have our drawing in just a second here. I will let him know that we are ready. Number 3. Okay. We've got you all in, and we're going to go ahead and draw for this at any moment here. Aha. Peggy, you are the winner. Let's see here. So this one is the Santa in cart. Well, congratulations, Peggy. Thank you. And I will make a note of this. It's Maurice. Wonderful. All right, let's set that gently there. Okay, now we'll go on and sell a few more things here, and then we'll have one final drawing right at the end and talk a little bit about what's coming up next. All right, this is choice, and $5 is the opening on this. The choice is between two real Christmas classics as far as Christmas wear that you put out this time of year. The red tray is a company, and I will say the name for you because most people look at this name and say, what in the world is that? But this is Wachtersbach from Germany. And you can see this actually was not inexpensive new. This is a pretty collectible pattern. And originally new, this tray was $39 at Kohl's. And this is back about 30 years ago. These were done in the 80s and 90s especially. And then the other one is Lefton Holly. And Lefton Holly was really popular around 1970. Again, it's a little bit more of a red-orange and this particular green. And they're both in very nice condition. And I see a lot of bidding here, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 18. Okay, our first 18 and our current high bid is Willie Joe, $18 for choice on these. Let me see if I can do this. Not upside down tree. There we go. We'll do it upright. I knew a fellow who was such an avid Christmas collector. He had a bunch of trees, and he actually did have one, an aluminum tree hung upside down because he wanted the ornaments to dangle. It was a very peculiar looking thing, but it was really neat. All right. Next gen. You used to sell that back in the day at Crate and Barrel. Yes, it was a Crate and Barrel line too, and it was very good quality. All right, next gen at 20, and now Maggie at 22 for choice. Next gen is out. Lorray, let us know if you are still in. We are at $22 for choice with Maggie at the high bid right now. And we're just going to wait and see if we have any more bidding or if we're going to wrap this up and move on to other things. Yeah, I thought this was nice quality, and they did do a lot of different pieces in the line, and they actually did a lot of different pieces in the Lefton line as well. This one's obviously the candy jar. All right, Lorray and Willie Joe are out, so we are going to sell this. Maggie, let us know in the comments. Oh, I'm so sorry, Next Gen. I did not see you for that. I saw you out, and then you put a bid in, but I already marked it sold, so I'm going to have to honor it for Maggie. But if she doesn't take both, we'll give you the backup. So Maggie, let us know in the comments which one of these pieces is for you. And then if you take both, they're yours. And if you don't take both, then we'll ask Next Gen if they want the other piece at your high bid of 22. And you want the Lefton piece. Okay. Next Gen, let us know if you're interested in the Wachtersbach tray because that is still available. And that would be at $22 for you. So let me set this down. I'll make a note of Maggie for the holly. Okay. And Next Gen, let us know if you are interested in the red tray. And yeah, they did look cute together. I thought the colors were really poppy. I love that bright red. I think it just makes everything kind of jump out against it. So we're going to give Next Gen just a minute to let us know if you are interested in the other piece, and then we'll move on. Okay, you'll pass on the tray. That's fine. All right. We're going to do, oh yes. We've got a couple of pieces of wall decor here, or various decor. I'm going to take this down first. This actually, I'll show you this because it's kind of a sentimental thing for me. So these two are our next auction items, but I wanted to show you this. This was my father's stocking when he was a child. So this is back from the 1930s. And we somehow managed to keep it in the family all these years. And he would tell me horrible stories about how during the Depression one year he was the oldest child and he got a piece of fruit and a penny toy, and that was the extent of his Christmas. And then we would happily fill it with all sorts of goodies and he'd be all excited. So that one is staying with me. But it's a neat old piece, and I just thought it would be fun to show. Is the tray up for grabs? Yes, Deb, the tray is up for grabs. I will go ahead and put tray up for grabs at $22. So if you are interested in it, it can be yours because the backup bidder didn't take it, so the tray is up for grabs. If anyone else is wanting it, then we will. Okay, Debs, I think that's just fine. I will go ahead and put sold for you, and you will get the tray. Okay. All right. So this is our penultimate. We'll have two more rounds and then we'll also have one more giveaway. So this is a very 70s thing. I have the box that came in. It even has the name of the woman who made these. And apparently everybody in the neighborhood had one around 1970, according to the woman I got it from. It is burlap. It has the scene. It is absolutely Christmas kitsch. And then the other choice is this. This is a glass piece. These were done around 1980, and I've seen various types. This one has Silent Night, and the idea behind these was that you would put a votive candle behind it, and it would flicker through the glass. And I always thought these were kind of neat. So we have, good. I'm glad you're starting a new collection. I think that's a great thing to collect. It's very vibrant and fun. Okay, so we've got Miss Wildlife at $10 for choice on these. And so we are at $10, and let us know if you are interested. This piece that I'm holding with the burlap will come in the original box that it came from the woman who made these. Wayne for $12 there. And Carol is our musician in the group, and she says the music is written in shape note. Now Miss Wildlife, $15 for choice. Yeah, I thought this was fun. I have to admit, I went into a lot of houses that had decorations like this back in the day. Wayne now $18 for choice. Miss Wildlife at 20. I need 3 hands. Yes, I probably did need a Vanna tonight. Does the burlap hang on the wall? Yes, it does. It's actually been hanging there all night, but I had they sewed in a little thing, and it was sewn in a little pipe cleaner, and that is actually the hanger. It was made on a styrofoam board, and this is from about 1970. The woman I got it from said it came to their house when she was 10 years old and was there ever after. Shape note, I believe, is where the note is drawn in. I'm going to let Carol Sue answer that question, actually, Karen. Hopefully she sees it. I'll put it up on the screen here. We're currently at $20 per choice on the items, by the way. Whoops. We did that, and then there was a question that I think Carol Sue can answer better than I can. I think I know the answer, but I know she knows the answer. So, okay, Wayne is out, so we're going to go ahead and sell these, and it's Miss Wildlife's choice first at $20. So, Miss Wildlife, go ahead and let us know which of these you're interested in, either or both. And in the meanwhile, you'll take the wall hanging. Okay, very good. Wayne, if you are interested in Silent Night, let us know. I will put that aside. And if that's for you, we will be glad to send it to you at the same price. So I'm going to put the wall hanging down here and make a note of it. And I believe shape note is where the notes are drawn open. So, oh, well, isn't that nice of you, Marcy? Okay, well, I'll make a note of that too. Uh, I have to say, you are all very nice people and nice to each other. It's really wonderful. A simple firm to notate using shapes or the note heads for use in sight reading. Okay, and I'll show that again just so that that makes more sense. And Wayne would like the Silent Night, so this is going to go to him, but I'll show it one more time. That's what that was referring to. Okay, very good, Wayne. I'll make a note that the Silent Night goes to you. And then we'll do our last round, and we will also then do one more giveaway. All right, so our grand finale, we're going to have an option, and there will be I will be selling the Santa and the Vargas print on the Friday sale. I just needed to leave a few things so that I have a few things for it to look happy. Yes, all the All the Christmas is going to go except for the tree. I'm keeping the tree. That's my little Charlie Brown aluminum Christmas tree. Okay, he says no giveaway for a few minutes, and that's okay because we've got another round to do, and it's going to take me a few minutes to show you all this. Bidding may ensue at any point. It is $5 choice again. The choice is going to be this bowl with the ornaments in it as one lot. This bowl is a Fenton bowl. It has the Fenton oval mark from the 1980s. It's a nice red color, and the ornaments include this long, narrow one, which I think is really cool with the paint, and then a bunch of these that are with the glitter decoration. Most are in good condition. A couple of them have a little bit of crazing, but I thought they were very pretty, and I thought it was a pretty presentation and a nice way, woo, let's not drop them, a nice way to hold them to show. Like I say, this one you can see it's got a little bit of crackle in it. So that's one lot, and we are actually already at $25 on that. And then the other lot are these guys, the Tumbling Santas, and there is a set of 4, and these are Fitz and Floyd from 1978 when they started really doing a lot of imports to the US, and there are 4 of them tumbling around, and I think they are just the cutest things. We've got a sitting one. We have one standing on his head. I think that maybe New Year's came a little early for Santa. This one's doing snow angels or something, and so is this one. So those are the choices in the lot, and we are, let's see, 35. Peggy is currently in position for choice at 35. Next Gen at 38, and Jody now at $40 for choice. And it's the ornaments or the 4 tumbling Santas for choice. Marcy at 45 for choice now. Corinna's out. And yeah, they are fun choices. I wanted to save something really fun for last. So yes, it's nice to have fun choices in life. And, you know, this is supposed to be a fun time of season. So, and for me, by the time we get closer to Christmas, I will be on the road trying to get back to the east. So I figured this is my celebration with all of you. $46 for choice now with Jody. So Marcy, let us know. And I will make sure that these are shipped very well so that they get there if you take the ornaments. $50 for choice now. Yes, I'm having fun too. And yes, Beth, it will be fun. It'll be, you said there's a new store I haven't seen in Evansville, so I'm looking forward to seeing some different stuff. Although the Northwest has been very good to me. I have to say, we found a lot of everything that you've seen tonight is something I found right in this area, and it is a great place to shop for antiques and vintage. All right. $55 for Jody. Yes, well, you know, Santa's got to start early because he's really busy on Christmas Eve. So 55 with Jody is the high bid. Marcy, let us know if you're still in. And then we'll take it from there. I'm actually going to set this down because I want to make sure I don't drop any of these. I have a good handle on it, but we know what we're looking at. I will hold up one ornament and one of this. And Marcy is out, so Jody, this makes them yours, and they are sold. Jody, please do tell us in the comments, are you interested in the bowl with the ornaments or the tumbling Santas or both? And whatever you don't take, if you don't, then Marcy would be the backup. And while we wait for that, I will, yes, I am looking forward to teak stock as well. That's going to be on Mother's Day in May. That'll be the first time I've been to teak stock since a year ago, over a year ago now. I'm really looking forward to it. And Jody wants the Santas. Okay, Marcy, if you wanted the ornaments and the Fenton bowl, let us know because you are certainly welcome to those if you want them. Okay, you wanted the Santas too. I understand. All right, so we might put the ornaments out again on Friday as its own lot, since I know people like those too. So we'll give that a chance. Um, let's see. We've got Jody. So I guess that brings us to our last giveaway. And I need to look up, I think by now Zeno will be ready. I need to look up oh, I know what the last word is. The last word is stuffing. Stuffing, stuffing. How many shows am I doing in February? I'm only planning on doing 2. One thing I did get out of this experience of having to really be off for a year is I had a chance to look at the pace of life and what's important to me. And doing this is really fun and really important to me, and I love it. But I want to do I want to do targeted things where I do, like, instead of doing 15 shows in Florida and not seeing my friends and not getting to do anything else while I'm down there, I want to do maybe 2 or 3 shows in Florida and then have some weeks off to go shopping, go see other people, spend a little time with family, those kinds of things. So I'm only going to do 2 shows in Florida this season. I do plan to do Springfield in May, and I plan to do Teak Stock. I know Jocelyn has a new show coming up in Carlisle, which unfortunately conflicts with Teak Stock, but I'm hoping she'll do it again in the fall, and I'll be able to do her show in Pennsylvania. I also will be doing Portland in July, and Spokane is now just once a year. I believe that's in September or the beginning of October. So, um, all right. Do we have stuffing in? I think we do. I need to find. I've been doing so. Oh, there we go. I hid the phone from myself. Okay. We're ready if you are. Seems like he's been having a little bit of technical trouble with the drawings, but we just have one more. So, yeah, I got to stop to smell the roses a little bit. And yes, Mount Dora in February. That is the one I plan to do. My comeback shows are going to be West Palm the first weekend of February and Mount Dora the third weekend of February. I'm not sure where I'll be put in either of them. My friend I used to do Mount Dora with is retired, so I don't think I'll be in the same spot. But I'm looking for West Palm. We're talking about, hopefully I'll be near my friend Dave, who does the antique advertising. And then Custer's is in October. Okay, very good. Yes, I missed seeing them at Renninger's too. Um, so, so that's the plan. And watch out for the petunias. Yes, always good advice. Um, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to have to put stuffing in one more time. He says it'll work this time if we do it. So if you'll all put stuffing in again, I guess we're just going to make that. And why don't I show you what this is for? Because that would be part of it. This drawing, after you put stuffing in again, is going to be for this cute lot of 1920s vintage tags for presents. A few of them are written on and a few of them are not, but we've got Santa with his horn. We've got the holly. We have this one with the scene. I think there's 6 or 7 of these. This one hasn't been used, so you might be able to use it on your own package. Santa looks like a peeping Tom in that one. I think these are really fun, though. There's a neat one with this is Merry Christmas, but it has Easter bunnies on it, so I guess they're getting an early start. Maybe they're playing with those drunken Santas that we just sold. And there's that one. So, yes, the sunshine and vitamin D will definitely be good. I love the Northwest, but this time of year, my goodness, those are, yes, it's a little dark and cloudy here these days. Could have found those at your house. That's great. Okay. Well, hopefully he will be able to make this go. And there we go. Ah, Corinne is the winner. Very good. Well, I think that she must still be in the chat because she had to put in stuffing. So very good. I will make a note of that. Well, I'd like to thank you all so much for everything. It's been a year of recovery. I have so much to be thankful for, and you folks are a big part of that. I also want to say thank you to the members of the live channel. And we actually got our outro credits done so that we can actually show you that. And it's the live legends. And thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed and you're thinking of taking a membership, you might consider Patreon, because we did a movie. We watched Sunset Boulevard with our Patreon folks as an experiment, and it worked. And so we will have an opportunity to uh, watch an old movie and talk about what we see in the sets and all of the cool props and the things that we see. And I think that'll be fun. So thank you.